Panther fans? Welcome back. The smell of football is in the air, and I think it's time to start talking about it. Just first off, let me say it's been a while. I haven't made a video in a few months since I think the next to last week in the regular season. And the reason for that was things got really busy, really hectic. I was back home when I went to the Tampa Bay game next to last week of the season, which was amazing. I wish I had made a video about that and came back and talked about what I saw at the game. But I remember it being awesome, and it's been so long ago that I don't really remember specifics. So we won't really go into that. And really, the last week against the Saints wasn't anything that I want to talk about right now, and you guys know why. But I kind of want to talk a little bit about where we're at now, some things that have happened in the recent history, and kind of where we're headed. And I've also got an announcement coming in just a little bit, but watch for a few minutes and stay tuned for that part. Okay, so draft's coming up, just about 3 weeks away. I'm super excited. The draft's one of my most favorite times of the year. Really, I like the draft. I get more excited about the draft probably more than the start of the regular season, at least at the moment. I really like watching the draft. For every team, I like seeing where the best college players end up. Some of the funny things that happen with players going really high or falling low. Always laughing at who the Raiders pick, things like that. But it's just a really good time, and it's an exciting time for us. Picking in the top 10 or at number 9. That's a place where we should get some really grade A, solid talent. Somebody that's going to be a building block for the team for hopefully the next decade. That's what you hope for in a pick this high. But there's a lot of great players out there. I have my eye on a few of them. I'm not going to go into really a draft preview right now. I'm going to wait probably another 2 weeks or so to put that out. Probably about a week or so before the draft, I'll make a big draft preview. I do that. I've been doing that for the past few years. So that's always something to look forward to. But I want to make one that's solely focused on that. So other things that have happened recently, the Saints bounty program scandal, just a horrible, horrible situation. And I don't say that only because the Saints are in our division. It's just, it's a classless type of act that went on for a few years. And after they were warned to stop doing it, they still did it. And that's really what I can't believe. And there were numerous players involved. All the players haven't been penalized yet, but that's coming soon. Sean Payton, suspended for the season. That's a harsh punishment. Greg Williams suspended indefinitely because he was the leader of the program. But it's just unbelievable, and to see that they had put a hit out on our quarterback, on Cam Newton, just makes it all that much worse personally. But really, when you're going for an injury in this game, you're talking about trying to possibly end a man's career. It's really sorry to do something like that, and it ruins the integrity of the game. And these punishments are very justified. I think they really probably should have forfeited more draft picks than what they did, because they don't have a first this year. I think they were fined a second this year and a second next year, I believe. But who knows? They could have came up with other things. But I saw a post recently online about how it's a heavy-handed punishment, but they didn't bury the Saints. They left it to where they could be competitive. They gave Peyton a couple of weeks to be able to work with the GM, who they will allow the GM to work until they make their final cuts in training camp, which for them is a blessing. But they let Peyton stay in just a little bit so he can consult with the GM about that and about finding the replacement, which could be Bill Parcells, for this season while he's out. And really, it's a heavy punishment, but you can see how, from their perspective, it could have been a lot worse. But anyway, I see this punishment possibly serving to help catapult us up to the top of the division this year. I mean, I think we got a shot, and there's some factors that can go into preventing that from happening. But I think the Saints won't win the division this year. They won't have their head coach, and they're gonna end up losing players to suspensions. So, and I'm not big on the Falcons. I haven't been. They always seems like they have a decent regular season and can't do anything in the playoffs. But hopefully we're able to catch up to them and really take over the division this year. I think Tampa, they're kind of going to be in the situation like we were last year. They're going to be at least a year away from competing again in the division. But factors that can contribute to us not possibly getting the division, one thing is the Cam Newton cover vote for Madden, which I believe he's going to win. I mean, I don't see how he couldn't at this point. He's blowing away everybody. And they're down to, I believe, 8 players left, and I don't see anybody in that bracket that's going to beat him. But if there's a player that's going to break that curse, I think it's someone like Cam. I will say that. So, I think that's about it for right now. We traded for Mike Tolbert. I like that move. We're not paying him that much, and he's going to be a fantastic fullback. And if there's an injury to one of double trouble, then he'll be able to step right in, and he's shown he can be a serviceable running back, more than serviceable. So I like that signing, even though it's a position of great depth for us. Bringing Thomas Davis back again at a low cap figure, it's kind of a win-win. If he gets hurt again, his contract is so incentive laden that we can cut him with no effect to us. But we are right up against the salary cap, which is a bit of a concern. We can't really sign any free agents that's going to cost us much. I think it was it today, I believe we signed the safety from San Francisco. I think his name was Reggie Smith. I may have gotten that wrong, but it just happened today. But players like that, veterans that can come in at the minimum, and we can sign like that, is really the only thing we can grab at this point. I still think they need to work on extending Smitty's contract. He's got a huge cap figure for this year, and I think if they can take his contract out another 3 or 4 years, possibly take him to where he retires as a Panther, and they can get some more cap space for right now. But we'll see if they work on that soon. But I think that's all I'm going to talk about for right now. There's a lot still going on, and I'll have another vid hopefully in a week or two. But first I got an announcement for you guys. Okay, so I've been giving this a lot of thought over the past few weeks. It's been something I've considered back and forth in how I do my videos. But as a viewer, I think it's about time that I it's about time that I join the TTC. That's right. This is my official, me throwing my hat into the ring of the trash talking circle, the Panthers Legion. That's right. This is the first that any of you have heard about this. But this is how I envision this going. Look at this. Okay, my videos are going to have a first half where I talk in my regular way, where I break down games or preview games, talk about what I'm going to be doing for that week. But the second half is where I lay it down and tell it the truth. And I'm going to talk about how the Panthers are going to take this division this year and run with it. And I see them going deep in the playoffs because we're so stacked. Get these players back from injury, it's all over. You Saints, you Falcons, you Buccaneers, you kidding me? Y'all better watch out because I'm coming. I want to get to know some of you guys that are in the TTC. I know NFL Panthers 07, you participate a lot. We talk back and forth. Jim Rage, he's another one of the top guys on our side. I never talked to Guru, but I know he makes some bids for the Legion. So if you guys are in the TTC for other teams, hit me with a comment. Let me know. I want to kind of start getting to know some of you guys, but just letting you know that you got a different persona coming for this season. And that's what you're going to see. Hopefully you guys are pleased with that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a better 2 this season. But yeah, it's all about making it fun and just kind of switching it up a little bit, because that other guy that makes the videos for the first half, he can get a little boring at times. It gets a little bit repetitive. So I got to add a little bit of spice to this thing. So with that being said, I'll be talking to you soon. This is Shane. Hit me with a comment. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Talk to you soon. Go Panthers.